everyone, welcome. This is day 2 of our 2-week mat Pilates series. So excited to have you back with us for day 2. Again, just a quick reminder, this is no equipment needed. All you need is either a mat or you can use a towel or a blanket, whatever you have available. But yeah, I'm very excited to have you with us again today. We are going to get started as we only have 15 minutes. But you'll be amazed how much 15 minutes can do. Just 15 minutes a day for the next 2 weeks. We're going to feel amazing by the end of it. So when we're ready, finding a nice comfortable standing position at the back of your mats, taking a nice deep shoulder roll all the way back up and down, just loosening up through those shoulders. Nice, and then bringing it all the way forwards. And then when we're ready, imagining that a piece of string is just pulling us up towards the ceiling, really creating length through the spine. We're going to draw up our chin to chest and really slowly just moving one vertebrae at a time all the way down towards the mat. Coming to the bottom, we're just going to bend out through that right leg, extending through the left, stretching out through the hamstrings. And then finding stillness, we're going to bring those hands down and then we're just going to walk those hands all the way to the front of the mat. And then bring those knees all the way down, untucking those toes. And then when we're ready, we're going to come into a press up here. So we're just going to keep those elbows in towards our chest and then bending those elbows down. Exhale to yourself yourself all the way up. So really using your breath, inhaling as you come down, exhale to push away. Nice, keeping the gaze down towards the mat, creating one long line in that spine. Really nice. Just 3 more here. Last 2. Nice, final 1. Nice, coming all the way back up. This time we're going to tuck those toes under, send those hips up, coming into your downward dog, maybe pedaling out the feet. Nice. And then finding stillness with those feet. We're then going to ripple forward, so coming into your plank. Nice. And then bending the knees, sending those hips all the way back down, and then bring those up as you extend the legs. Really nice. Inhale on the way back. Exhale to bring yourself all the way back up through center. Nice. Just 3 more here. Last 2. You've got this. Final 1. Coming all the way up. Nice. Hips go all the way up to the ceiling. And then we're going to bring those hands all the way back towards those feet, hanging heavy here at the bottom. And then when you're ready, inhaling, come all the way up, taking a nice deep shoulder roll. And then we're just going to come to the top of our mats. I'm going to come this way so you can see me. We just want to have our feet about hip distance apart. We're going to bring our fingertips just to our hips here. And then when we're ready, we're going to bend the knees, coming into a squat. So sending those hips all the way back and then coming all the way back up. Nice, just working into the legs in today's session. Nice. Option to bring in those arms as well. So you're bringing those arms all the way up and overhead. Exhale on the way down. Inhale to come all the way back up. Nice. Last 5. Last 4. Last 3. Final 2. On our last one, we're going to stay low. We're just going to pulse up and down with those legs coming up and down. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Staying down. We're just going to lift up through that left heel, lifting up through that right heel, and then plant that left heel down and the right heel. If this feels a bit unsteady on those feet, you can just raise one heel at a time. try challenging yourselves if you can. For the final 4. Nice. Last 3. Final 2. Feeling that start to build. Last 1. Nice. Coming all the way back up. Bring those hands back into those hips. We're going to shift over to that right side, sending that left foot all the way back. And then just making sure that those feet are in train tracks. And then again, just finding length through the spine here. Taking a nice deep inhale. And then exhale, coming all the way down. And then all the way back up. Making sure that that knee does not go over your toes. So you want to try and make sure that your feet are far enough apart that you have a nice right angle bend through that front knee. Nice. Option to bring in those arms as well. So bring those arms up as you come down and then down by your sides as you come all the way up. Nice, just 5 more here. Last 3. Final 2. Nice, final 1. We're going to come all the way down. We're just going to do tiny pulses up and down with those legs. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice, staying low. We're just going to lift up through that front heel and then plant it all the way down. Might be a little wiggle through that right heel. We've got this. Last 7. Last 5, 4, 3. Nice. Last 2. Got this. Last 1. Nice. Coming all the way up. Shaking out through those legs. Nice. Then we're going to come straight over to that other side. So shifting the weight into that left leg. That right foot goes all the way back. Again, finding train tracks, making sure that your legs are far enough apart so that when you come all the way down, your knee is not extending over that front heel, sorry, that front toe. Keeping your breath moving. Option to keep your hands by your hips, or you can extend them up overhead. Bring them all the way back down as you come up. Nice, just 5 more here. Last 4, 3, last 2. Nice, final 1. We're going to come all the way down and then tiny pulses up and down with those legs for 8, 6, last 4, 3, 2, 1. Staying low. We're just going to lift up through that right heel and down. Nice. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Coming all the way up. Shaking out through those legs. Woo! That was a toughie. Right, we've got 6 more minutes to go. We're going to bring our shoulders all the way back and down. And then dropping that chin to chest, coming all the way down. And then pedaling out through those legs. Stretching out through the right, bending the left. Head just hangs heavy. Nice, finding stillness. We're going to plant those hands down. And then bring those knees all the way down. Crossing all the way over into a nice seated position. And then when we're ready, we're bringing our hands up so they're parallel to the mat. We're retracting those shoulders back and down. And then creating that C curve, tucking the tailbone under, coming all the way down. Really nice, slow, sequential movements. Taking a nice deep stretch here at the bottom. Nice, and then bring those arms all the way up and down by our sides. We're going to plant those feet in towards the mat. And then finding a nice right angle bend with those knees. We're going to imprint the spine into the mat, and we're going to lift those feet all the way up to tabletop. And then come all the way down. Exhale as you come down. Inhale to draw all the way back up. making sure to keep that right angle bend in those knees. You might feel the urge to bring those feet in, but try and keep them extended out. Nice. Option to stay here, option to bring those arms up towards the ceiling, continuing to tap down and up. Really nice. Option to stay here, or option to extend those legs forward rather than tapping them down, and then bring them all the way in, extending out, and then coming all the way in. Option to bring in those arms as well, so you're extending those arms back, and then coming all the way back up. Exhale to reach, inhale to come in. And then option to stay here, option to bring your upper body up off of the mat. And then we're going to bring those arms and legs extended out. And then coming all the way back in. Nice, just 5 more here. Last 4. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1, staying extended. We're just going to flutter out through those legs for 8, 7, 6. You've got this. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Bring those knees all the way in, rocking out side to side. Taking a few breaths here. Nice. And then when we're ready, we're again just going to bring those legs up to tabletop. Our fingertips are going to come to our temples. Our elbows are going to come out wide. And then when we're ready, we're going to bring our upper body all the way up. We're going to extend over to that left side. That right leg extends. And then coming through center, you're going to come over to the other side. So the opposite leg extends to the way that you're moving. And then exhale as you extend. Inhale to bring all the way in. And then just tapping your opposite elbow to opposite knee. Nice. Just 5 more. Last 4. Final 3. You've got this. Final 2. Last 1. Nice. This time extending over to the left side. You're going to extend that right leg. You're going to bring that right leg up towards the ceiling and then flex the foot to bring it all the way down. You're keeping your upper body where it is. Just 5 more here. Last 3. Nice. Final 2. Last 1. Nice. Bring the upper body down. Just taking a nice quick breathe there before coming over to the other side. Final push before we go into a nice cool down. So when we're ready, bringing the upper body all the way up, this time twisting over to that right side, that left leg extends. Bring that left leg up and then flex the foot, bringing it all the way back down. Nice, just 6 more here. Last 5, keep that breath moving. Exhale to bring all the way up and down, really nice. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1. Nice, bring both of those knees all the way in. Whew. Amazing work, everyone. That is 2 exercises done, dusted, out the way. We're just going to quickly stretch out through the legs. So when you're ready, just bring that right knee and cross that right leg over your left knee. And then we're going to feed through that left leg. My hips are particularly tight, so I can't quite get my head all the way down to the mat. So if you can, make sure you have your head down onto the mat, or if not, continue as I'm doing. You also have some tight hips. Nice. When you're ready, just planting that both feet down. And then this time that left leg will cross over the right, feeding those arms through that right leg. Maybe rocking out here side to side. Really good work, everyone. that was a tough one. All right, when you're ready, curling up into a nice tight ball, we're going to just find a nice rocking motion forwards and backwards. And then when we're ready, finding a nice comfortable seated position, going to bring those fingers all the way up to the ceiling, interlace, bending the gaze all the way up. And then bring those arms all the way down. And you are done. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining for day 2. I really look forward to seeing you again tomorrow for day 3. We've got 12 more exercises to go, and we're going to be feeling amazing by the end of it. So looking forward to seeing you tomorrow.